Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
Brian Held. How the hell are you, buddy?
Man, I'm good, dude. Look,
what?
We have all of this planning that we're doing right now for our anniversary celebration.
You mean all the stuff that you're doing?
Well, yes.
All right, I'm riding them coattails, baby.
So, of course, Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, we're having our big anniversary celebration. That's going to be doors at 7, and we had a slight change to our lineup.
Yeah, we got Glitch Black now, huh?
Glitch Black is now playing with Consortium of Genius and Billsbury Flowboy, and we have plenty of donations that are rolling in for the charity raffle, so that's great.
And that's for Geek?
Yes, Geeks Empowering Extraordinary Kids, yep. And we're going to have In Exile coming out there, and they're going to have a VR demo.
Shut up.
I know, it's super cool.
Good Lord, it's going to be like a mini-con almost.
I know. So, guys, get your tickets now. Ticketfly.com, Southport Hall's website. They're out there, so, yeah, check it out.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's lay out the show real quick. As always, we'll open up with top nerd news. Then we've got our boy Skungy with his pick of the week.
Yes.
And then we got Eddie Mcclintock.
That was the craziest interview. That guy's awesome, and I cannot wait to hang out with him next weekend at Cyphacon.
Yes, that is it. And then, as always, we'll close out the show like we always do with This Week in Geek History. All right, let's get to it. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by Cyphacon, April 6th, 7th, and 8th at the Lake Charles Civic Center. For more information, go to cyphacon.org. And now, your top nerd news stories. Man, that news announcer sounds like it took a Valium or something. Come on, get it together, news guy.
All right, man, out of the gate, we got to talk about Ready Player One, Dave.
Ready Player One. All right, so I went and saw it. Thursday night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it, but having read the book and just watching it, it seemed almost like they tried to cram in every 80s nostalgic thing. Like, even on their VR headsets, one of the guys had the Mortal Kombat logo. One of them, had they had all these weird just little nods / Easter eggs, but it seemed like the whole movie was just one giant Easter egg within an Easter egg within an Easter egg, because the whole movie was about Easter egg hunting.
Well, you just described the book, Dave.
I know, but the book was awesome.
So I think it's kind of like empty calories. Like this really tastes great, man. This is visual spectacle, but there's not a lot of depth to it.
Right out the gate, I understood that, they had to kind of, jump straight into it. They added some goofy-ass race deal to it, and it was just like, that's not like how the book was, but it moved the plot along, it let them, explain Gunters and yada, yada, yada. But, I don't know. It just seemed like, I don't know. There was a lot of things that I didn't like about it, especially like, where the hell were the cops? The cops show up at the end. Where the hell was the gun? All of a sudden, a gun shows up at the end. It was just really weird. Just like, they didn't flesh everything out as well as they could have, in my mind.
Well, honestly, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the book that I don't think would have translated well to film.
I agree.
And I'm good with the changes, right? I mean, and if you really honestly dig down into it, the book itself is not very well written, but it's fun, right?
Yeah.
You read the book, you're like, oh man, all these great 80s references, and I love it, and I have this visual image, but when you dig deep, there's not character development. There's not depth. It's just very shallow.
I guess so. But I honestly, though, too, it seems like, I don't know, in the book where, you get to meet them in real life, that dragged on through almost to the end of the book, because they didn't really see each other till the end of the book, and so I understand it's a movie. I didn't hate it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I went with DJ, my kid, and at the end of the movie, he's like, my new favorite movie is this.
Okay.
Because honestly, what the 80s are to this new millennial generation, they love them some damn 80s.
Well, that's cool.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I guess, when Zeppelin was the jam for us, like old school rock and, 60s, 70s rock.
Right.
That's what the 80s have become for these kids,
Right.
And so most of them who have never seen a VHS tape, most of them who've never seen Breakfast Club and all these other great 80s films, they even were talking about it in the movie, making all those references about Shermer, Illinois.
Right, right.
Those little things were great to us, but a lot of these kids, I guess the first time they're seeing it, it's like, oh, yeah, I've heard about that Breakfast Club movie.
Right.
So, maybe this is us passing the baton.
Maybe.
It was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably go see it again because I was maybe trying too hard to kind of watch for the Easter eggs and see all the stuff. The movie was really fast-paced when they had all the avatars out there doing the big battle scene.
Did you catch Wade Watts' belt?
No, what was that?
He had Han Solo's belt with Sans the Blaster,
Okay.
and the belt buckle was the Thundercats logo.
I missed that.
Yeah.
See? Look, I dig that. That was all fun. It was all cool. I guess, I don't know. The book, in my mind, was really, really good. So, but, I don't want to poop on the movie because I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess... I'm not sure if I was expecting more. I'm not sure what I was expecting.
I didn't have a whole lot of expectations going in. I walked out of the theater with a smile on my face. I enjoyed it.
I did too, yeah. Because I hate it when people are always like, oh, the movie sucked for XYZ, XYZ. It was not Pixels, so I left happy.
Fair enough.
All right.
All
Moving
right.
on.
Avengers Infinity War got some new TV spots, Dave.
Yes, it did.
I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good. Wow.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
Groot, put that thing away. Now, I don't want to tell you again. Groot.
And Groot.
Whoa, language!
I love me some preteen Groot, man.
Yeah, I know. That's good stuff.
I am Groot.
Language.
Language. Yeah, I like the little nod to Captain America. Language.
Yes.
So, I don't know. It's looking better. And, the whole, hey, I'm Peter. Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our made-up names. So, I don't know. It's looking like this is going to be pretty fun. I think we already all kind of agree that this is going to be a fun movie any which way you cut it.
Right. And we're looking about 4 weeks out now, so it's right there.
That's insane to me, man. It's absolutely insane. So, all right, now what's next, man?
Well, so some weird news. There was apparently a fan petition that went out about replacing Carrie Fisher with Meryl Streep in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, granted, this is, rumor. It's not actually necessarily happening, but people are out there talking about it. Of course, Meryl Streep and Carrie Fisher were very good friends. They were very close.
Right.
But is it really respectful or viable to replace her like that?
Here's the deal. Now, that they were talking about how the first movie was all Han-centric, the second movie was all Luke-centric. The plan was that the third one would be all Leia-centric.
Right. And
so I hearken back to The Matrix when the lady who was playing the mother of the Matrix died. What was her name? She was just...
the Oracle.
The Oracle.
Yeah.
She died, and that screwed up everything. They had to literally, rewrite the entire plot. And that changed the tone, the pace, changed the whole plot of the movie, really.
I don't think they rewrote the whole plot for it. They just changed the actress.
Well, yeah, but they didn't, because they made a point out of that they couldn't do it. That they made a point of saying who she was or whatever,
Well, right. And, she mentioned about it being a shell and having to kind of be replaced or devise a new shell. So the thing is that the real question is, does the role mean more than the actor who portrays it, right? In
this specific sense, yeah.
I get that. I get both sides of the argument, but... Shakespeare's been around since the 14th century, 16th century? Yeah, 16th.
Okay.
That many people have portrayed the roles of the characters in Shakespeare, right? You can't...
Right, but Star Wars is only 40 years old.
I realize that.
It's still raw. Brian. It's still fresh.
It is absolutely.
I mean, of course, I don't want to see a CGI version because I still hated the CGI version of Leia in Rogue One. That looked like crap.
And yet Carrie Fisher herself liked it.
Well, she was on drugs. Okay? Come on now. I love me some Carrie Fisher, but come on now. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like nobody wants to see her replaced, but we also want to see the story. We want to see the closure of that, too.
Right.
Unfortunately, Carrie's no longer with us. And there's no telling how she would react. She might love it. She might hate it. We don't know. But I think for the fans, too, the fans are going to need a little bit of closure here, too.
Right.
You know, we'd like to see her end on a high note, even though she's no longer with us.
I do think this is a perfect opportunity for them to kind of essentially close out Leia's story in the very beginning of the movie and then just kind of launch it into new territory from the go.
Are you talking about like the crawl?
Well, the crawl will be a good spot for it, or just in the very beginning. Maybe you open on a funeral and then it kind of moves forward. Honestly, I would have liked to seen them move close the Skywalker story in episode 7.
Right, and leap off into
and start covering new ground. Right,
well, that didn't happen.
That did not happen. So
I mean, well, maybe they'll do it. I mean, who's doing it? JJ, right?
Yes, I believe he is.
Yeah,
yes.
it is. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's something that no one will agree on.
Right.
I mean, people are still pissed about 8.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Bleep them. Bleep them right in the bleep.
All right, fair enough. All right, next thing on our list, man, Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth coming back together for a reboot.
What?
Reboots?
Yeah.
Here come the Man in Black.
Right.
Galaxy Defender.
You know,
maybe Will Smith will do the soundtrack, though.
Maybe so.
Wicked, Wild, Wild West.
You know,
it's going to have a big spider in it. Mechanical.
A giant spider in the third act. Yes, that would be great. Stop with the reboots, guys. Just take and continue the story, right?
Well, I think they're kind of sort of doing that.
Okay.
Because they're not going to play Agents J and K. And they're going to kind of go expand the world of the Men in Black. Because, I mean, they had a role-playing game for Men in Black. There was a lot of cool story arcs that you could do with that. But it was kind of campy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Hemsworth would probably be a good pick for a campy flick.
Absolutely.
I mean, dude, I still love, what was that movie? Not Cabin Fever. It was Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
Where they took the whole trope of you know, the evil monsters killing the virgin, the jock, the jester, all that stuff. Best movie ever. Best movie ever, because then it turns out they were feeding the elder gods deep in under the bowels of earth, and by sacrificing the virgin, they would, you know, appease the gods and they wouldn't destroy the world.
Okay.
And Hemsworth nailed that role.
No, that's cool. I mean, I really like him as an actor. I think he's got some great comedy chops. And this series just begs to be continued on with different actors in different agent roles.
So do you think they should probably just change the verbiage?
Yes.
But I mean, how do you change the verbiage? We would have to change the national conversation there, Brian. You know, because, I mean, it's always reboots or reimaginings. But this, you know, but everybody hates sequels. It's like, why you got to make it? You can't make everybody happy.
Well, that's true. You can't.
So I refer to my previous statement, bleep them in the bleep.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I want to see it. I think they should make it. I think it'll be fun.
All right. Next on our list is John Cena, apparently.
Da-da-da-da-da!
He's been confirmed for a Duke Nukem movie.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
I like Duke Nukem back in the beginning when, you know, most video games didn't curse.
Okay.
And I'm still a big fan of pixelated boobs sans Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
I don't know. I'm beginning to like John Cena. He'll never replace The Rock in my mind, but he is coming up with some good stuff. He's been doing some movies with Amy Schumer. He's in a new movie that's actually coming out this weekend or next weekend called Chicken Blockers.
Oh.
Blockers, but there's a picture of a chicken, a male chicken.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So
yeah.
what it is, their daughters make a sex pact for prom night.
Oh, God.
And so then they go to try to chicken block them for the rest of the movie.
Okay.
They don't want their daughters to, you know, lose their virginity.
There you go.
And Cena it's funny. I mean, you know, he really kind of embraces the, not the dumb jock, but, you know, he kind of plays like, well, kind of like the dumb jock role. But, I mean, Cena ain't dumb.
Yeah. No, and I'm fairly apathetic about it. Sure, what the heck? I'll go see it. It may be interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah.
For that glowing recommendation.
Right. All right. I think we're getting close to a break, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
All right.
We are.
So, closing out, we're going to talk about Captain Marvel.
It's starting to shoot now. Is it somewhere near us?
Well, the production is starting in Los Angeles. However, there's also locations in Fresno, California, and Baton Rouge and New Orleans.
What?
Yes.
Well,
so
alrighty.
Very exciting. We have to figure out a way to get on set, Dave.
We'll just run on. What's going to do? Tackle us?
Maybe.
Oh, wait, they probably would tackle us.
Maybe they need some radio
Don't
shots.
tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro.
So, all right.
May 4th, guys. May 4th. Southport Hall doors open at 7. The Week in Geeks 5-year anniversary party. Where the hell do they get tickets, Brian?
Ticketfly.com.
And what did we do? Did we drop the price?
We did. It's 5 in advance, 10 at the door.
Suck it, Wall Street. You ain't getting our hard-earned money. We're giving the rest of the charity money to geeks.
All right, guys. When we get back, we're going to talk to Skungy and hear his pick of the week. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Come out to the St. Tammany Collectors Con April 28th at the Clarion in Covington. Toys, comic books, artists, games, and more. Meet actor John Anderson from Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Comics artist Derek Donovan, and see the Jeep from Jurassic Park. All-day entertainment for only $3 at the St. Tammany Collectors Con at the Clarion in Covington. Find out more info at sttammanycollectorscon.com. Join us. You'll be glad you did.
Cyphacon, Lake Charles, Louisiana's premier pop culture convention, returns to the Lake Charles Civic Center April 6th through the 8th. Celebrity guests include Eddie Mcclintock from Warehouse 13, Gigi Edgley from Farscape, and so many more. Concerts, gaming, panels, vendors, an artist alley, charity auction, fan party, cosplay contest, and a Friday night pub crawl. For more information, go to cyphacon.org. That's CYPHACON.org. Cyphacon, April 6th through the 8th at the Lake Charles Civic Center.
Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, the Week in Geek radio show celebrates 5 years on the air with a blowout geek music party. Glitch Black, Billsbury Flowboy, and the Consortium of Genius will be bringing the best in nerd rock. Also, we're having a charity raffle for geeks empowering extraordinary kids. That's Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall. Doors open at 7 p.m. Only $5 in advance and $10 at the door for this special event. Get your tickets for the Week in Geek radio show's anniversary celebration at ticketfly.com.
Hello, this is Chris Walken. If you've got a hankering for more cowbell, you can get it on The Week in Geek. Come on.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
Brian, you know what time it is?
I do. I know exactly what time it is.
Let's let the audience find out.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Gentlemen, how are we doing on this wonderful, wonderful day?
I was awesome.
And then you had to talk to me.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to ruin your day. Have some Prozac.
All
What
right,
are
well,
we talking?
yeah.
Brian, talk to this man.
Skungy, what are we talking about? What's your pick this week?
We be talking about the Sea of Thieves, where you get scurvy and all kinds of other weird diseases.
Wasn't that the game that you talked about back in E3? Or?
Yeah, it is. It was, oh God, it was showed at E3 like 2 or 3 years ago. It was originally showed, and now it's finally come out about a week ago now, a week or two ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's not vaporware, and we can actually play the game.
Yes, you can actually play this game. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say, Dave, you're absolutely going to hate this game.
Why?
Because you really have to play with people.
Damn it.
I know. So,
I'm out.
There's no single player option to this?
Okay, there is a single player. It is basically an MMO open world. It's you have a bunch of people can play, but you can play by yourself. Now, the way that it goes is, to start it off, you wake up drunk in a tavern.
Nice. All right, I'm back on board.
Pirate life. That's where you have pirates and whatnot. And this game really, I'm just getting it's out there. This game does not help you out at all.
Well,
so you wake up in the bar, and then that's it. There's no, hey, maybe you should go over here and do this, or hey, maybe you should go over here and do this. No, you just basically have to figure out everything for yourself. Oh, look, there's a boat.
Hey, you know what? That's not necessarily a bad thing, because those kids, or these kids nowadays, need to suck it up like we used to have to do with like this paper thin rule book and like, how does this work? And I have to type these
you know what popped into my mind was the
What?
old text adventures like Zork.
Like Zork, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and I agree with that for the most part on some games, but this particular game, it's going to be like, okay, oh look, there's a galleon. How do you sail it? Figure it out.
Oh, interesting.
So the game can be played single player. There are two types of ships you can have. You can have a sloop or you can have a galleon. Now, galleon is when you have a crew of 3 or more. No, 3 or 4. You can have a crew of up to 4. Or you can have a swoop where you can play by yourself or with one other person.
Okay.
So you can technically play this game by yourself. Now, the whole goal of the game is you're going around and there are 3 factions in the game. One of them basically wants you to go find treasure chest.
Yay!
One of them wants you to go find and kill like skeleton crew, like former skeleton crew, and bring back the skulls. And another one basically wants you to go shopping. They want you to go get like chickens and pigs and bring them back and whatnot. So you go on these all different quests.
I don't want to play Green Grocer the game.
Well, we'll see, because when you're a pirate, you take that poultry.
Oh, the limeys. Here's your lime.
You need to bring the bacon to the market.
Oh, jeez.
So it's with this particular game, it's fun because it's this vast open world, and it does have that wonder to it where you get to sail on this open seas, and man, it looks beautiful, man. The water is amazing, and the effects. And the fact that I was steering my ship, and I literally got seasick playing this game.
Oh, wow.
Because accurately represents the waves. It's not like you're sailing on a nice calm ocean. No, you're sailing on a storm sea. It's amazing.
Were you playing with, is this PlayStation VR you were playing with?
No, it was just on the regular Xbox. And it was the movement was that intense.
Okay.
So you're playing through and you're going to go find all these, these treasures you're bringing back to get, gold, which gold is used primarily to buy cosmetics. Nothing is going to get you a better gun or anything it's just going to get you cosmetics.
All right. So this kind of begs the question. You've talked about there's, 3 factions and what the factions want and that you can get money for getting them what they want. Is there a narrative?
Not really. I mean, it's just pirates. Go find the stuff. Just be a pirate. And you do it now you're going to do this with a crew of people, and when you're in a galleon, you really need to have those many people because somebody's got to steer the boat. Somebody has to worry about the sails. Somebody has to worry about the angle. Somebody has to navigate and tell you where to go.
What is this, sailboat sim?
Basically, yeah. And then if you get
it's a schooner, Brian.
It's a schooner. It's a sailboat, you stupid head. Somebody's got to actually take care of the cannons and whatnot. So, and then here's where the bad part of this game that literally made me throw the controller.
All right.
I played this game, and I'm playing by myself, and I got to swoop. I'm playing this game for an hour and a half collecting treasure. I get back to the harbor. Some guy jumps off of the pier onto my boat, shoots me in the face, and takes all my loot. And I got no credit for it.
Really?
Wait, what?
No.
Oh, because multiplayer?
Credit. Yeah, because it's multiplayer. Because it's multiplayer. And I got no credit for it to the point where I was so... Oh, my God.
So that's why, you need a crew to help protect you.
To protect you. So, going out alone is dangerous. Now,
this game sucks.
So, it's a lot of fun. But it does have a caveat. I am kind of a little saddened by it.
What's that?
Because as you play the game, the combat stays the same. So you don't improve your character. I'm going to be stronger and have a better weapon or anything like that. Or I'm going to have it. So that really hurts it. And you're kind of doing the same now when you get higher quests as you progress on. It's like getting more treasure chest or more crew or more. But there's really not that much progression that makes it change from that first couple of hours that you're playing.
So it sounds like it could technically be a bit monotonous.
It is. It's very monotonous.
All right.
And to the point where it's right now when you first, it's a great bit of wonder. When you turn it on and you start, you're like, oh my God, this is so cool. But until they add more content to it, right now it's kind of like, I need more.
All right then, Skungy. What's the monotony of the high seas price and platforms?
Well, so this game is going to be on Xbox One, and it's also going to be on the dirty PC. Sorry, you PlayStation 4 Bill Dratch, you're not going to be getting it this time. And then the price point would be $59.99.
Wow, $59.99 for monotony of the high seas.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's got a lot to work on. So and they're going to constantly patch it. So that it's got promise. It's got real promise.
Someone send help. 929 Howard Avenue. Get me out of here.
What?
All right. Well, look, we're getting close to a break, Skungy. What is the Overwatch update?
All right. So the Overwatch, we got our standings, and
this is the end of stage 2, right?
The end of stage 2.
All right.
The end of stage 2. So we have New York Excelsior is number 1.
Wow.
Again, still 9-1. London Spitfire is second with 8-2, and the Philadelphia Fusion is third with 7-3.
What about the last team? Have they won anything yet?
Shanghai Dynasty.
The Dragons.
The Shanghai Dragons?
Shanghai Dragons. Not the Seoul Dynasty, the Shanghai Dragons. The Dragons are they're a dead dragon. They're actually just corpse of what used to be.
They still haven't won a game?
0-10.
0-10.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And let's see.
I'm getting on that team.
You're getting on that team?
You're going to get on that team. You are. You're really going to. I think you, sir.
I can't do any worse. That'll be my motto in training.
You literally can't do worse than Dave DeCorbier.
Wow.
Isn't that your mantra in life?
It is. That's how I got this gig.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, are you excited about WrestleMania next weekend?
Oh man, I'm a huge old school wrestling fan, and I am going to just go nuts this weekend. There's so much going on this weekend.
And all our wrestling fans out there, we'll probably have some more interviews coming your way. So, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be posting all that stuff there.
All that, they got access. They got the Hall of Fame. You got WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, and if you want to, they got this con called WrestleCon where you can go meet all the old school wrestlers this weekend as well.
Score.
And is anything happening with Wildcat,
Yeah, actually Wildcat has a show on Thursday night at the Sugar Mill, and they're gonna be doing it in conjunction with WrestleCon, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You can actually see the Hurricane is gonna be wrestling.
I just want to go see the Dalmatian sensation.
Danny Flamingo will be there.
All right, guys, so we need to go to a friggin' break, because when we come back, we get to talk to Eddie Mcclintock.
Oh, yes, definitely.
That guy's awesome.
I hear he is. What are you doing, Brian? Pay attention. Be in the now, Brian. Be in the now.
He's too busy being a celebrity. Being
right.
asked to do all kinds
He's
of
doing
stuff.
stuff on the computer. What are you doing in there?
So, is Skungy bringing us the pirates that put you to sleep, a fireable offense?
Yes. Absolutely. Hey, Skungy, guess what?
I don't want to hear it.
You'll be fired.
Oh, you bilge rat. Get your scurvy.
929 Howard Avenue, New Orleans, Louisiana. Send help.
All right, guys, stay tuned. Like Dave said, when we get back, Mr. Eddie Mcclintock will join us.
And he's going to be at Cyphacon.
Yes, he will. Yes, next weekend we'll be there too. So come
Sweet.
check us out. All right, guys, stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktieTans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Come out to the St. Tammany Collectors Con April 28th at the Clarion in Covington. Toys, comic books, artists, games, and more. Meet actor John Anderson from Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Comics artist Derek Donovan, and see the Jeep from Jurassic Park. All-day entertainment for only $3 at the St. Tammany Collectors Con at the Clarion in Covington. Find out more info at sttammanycollectorscon.com. Join us. You'll be glad you did.
Cyphacon, Lake Charles, Louisiana's premier pop culture convention, returns to the Lake Charles Civic Center April 6th through the 8th. Celebrity guests include Eddie Mcclintock from Warehouse 13, Gigi Edgley from Farscape, and so many more. Concerts, gaming, panels, vendors, an artist alley, charity auction, fan party, cosplay contest, and a Friday night pub crawl. For more information, go to cyphacon.org. That's CYPHACON.org. Cyphacon, April 6th through the 8th at the Lake Charles Civic Center.
Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, the Week in Geek radio show celebrates 5 years on the air with a blowout geek music party. Glitch Black, Billsbury Flowboy, and the Consortium of Genius will be bringing the best in nerd rock. Also, we're having a charity raffle for geeks empowering extraordinary kids. That's Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall. Doors open at 7 p.m. Only $5 in advance and $10 at the door for this special event. Get your tickets for the Week in Geek radio show's anniversary celebration at ticketfly.com.
This is Captain Rex, troopers, and you're listening to the Week in Geek. Now move out.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO with your hosts
D Squared
and Brian Held, and we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Eddie Mcclintock. How are you, sir?
Hello. You can call me Special Ed.
Special Ed.
Oh, I can see how this interview is going to go right now.
See how I did that?
Yeah.
That's why they pay me the mediocre bucks.
That's fantastic. So, right out of the gate, we're really excited. You're coming to Cyphacon April 6th, 7th, and 8th in Lake Charles, and this is your first time in Louisiana.
Correct.
So, are you you're really excited to try some of our food?
Man, I am. I mean, I've always heard such great things about Louisiana, and I've got some friends that are from down that way, and they're big. Who is it? It's Who Dat, right?
Who Dat? Yeah, you're right. Who Dat?
Because I know, the Bengals used to be Who Day.
Yeah, we don't talk about the Bengals here, Eddie.
And I said Who Day one time to my friend who's a Who Dat, and he was not pleased. So I want to make sure I get the nomenclature correct.
There you go.
You got it, man. We're good.
All right, we're gonna have to take you out and get you some crawfish. All right, you can try that.
It's crawfish season right now. Oh my God.
I love mud bugs.
Oh, cool. Look, he's got it right.
He's got it. He's got it.
I'm not afraid to call it a mud bug and eat it.
Cool. All right. So, Eddie, tell us a little bit about yourself. What have you been working on lately?
Well, I've been trying to get my gold shotgun on Call of Duty World War II.
Yes.
And then my M1941 is almost at gold. So I've been really pushing hard to get my KD up.
Nice.
That's what you got to do, man.
Yeah. Man,
you mean you want to talk about acting and Hollywood stuff?
No, we can keep talking about it. When did you start first playing Call of Duty, man?
Oh, my first Call of Duty was probably in 96, 97 when the graphics were, for its time, they were insane. I mean, it was all still pretty pixelated, but it was when, you stormed the beach at Normandy and you still had to go up into the bunkers and stuff like that, but it wasn't nearly as advanced as the war mode in the new Call of Duty World War II.
Right, they were called Call of Duty. Those were the ones that I played back in the day, 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, and it was like right around the time Saving Private Ryan came out too, man. So
exactly,
it's you're jumping into the craters. It's like get behind the tank, those tank obstacles and duck.
My favorite was Stalingrad.
And I just started making money. I mean, I was making good money at that time as an actor, so I lived in James Dean's manager's guest house.
Get out.
And so and the house would belong to James Dean before he died. So I had this place. It was a little guest house that overlooked Sunset Boulevard on Hollywood. It was magnificent. And I had it all, like just decked out with surround sound. So we would my buddies and I would just go nuts in there. And I've been hooked ever since.
No, that's cool, man. Well, obviously you're an avid gamer, but how's the Hollywood scene, right? What have you been up to on that side of the game?
Oh, man, I've got so many irons in the fire. I've got offers from Spielberg, Scorsese. I mean, it's unbelievable how incredibly busy I am.
Okay.
Well, while I was cyber,
can you detect the sarcasm?
Well, I was going to say, but honestly, I wasn't sure if the tongue was firmly planted in the cheek, though, man. Yeah, like while I was cyber stalking you. You know,
that good of an actor.
He
was merely acting.
You acting.
I am acting.
So I was checking out all the TV series that you've been in, and like I literally lost count at about like 20, 25 or so, where you appeared on so many like major TV shows like Friends and Shark and just
MacGyver and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And, we can go on.
How the hell do you keep...
I like to consider myself the full anonymous guy in Hollywood. So most people think I'm David Boreanaz, so it's... I was going to write a book called Living in the Shadow of Boreanaz.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, my God.
Well, you've got...
I know my manager's like, he always says, whenever anyone asks you what you're doing, you always tell them you got... And I'm just like, man, look, I'm from Ohio. I grew up playing football and wrestling. Blowing smoke like that is just not my thing. So I'm going to tell you what's going on. You mentioned Web of Eve. I did that down in Houston. And, we're still waiting to hear about that. It's a little independent thing. So, a lot of times the funding drop. It's incredibly difficult to be a non-studio, developer of shows at this time. With the film business, it seems like it's deteriorating, and all these movie stars, are coming down to do television shows now. So it's gotten very interesting, to say the least.
Well, what do you think about technology though? With technology the way it is right now, it makes it easier to produce stuff, right?
Yeah, if you want to get paid, it's like you can do it, but they're like, look, we got $8, dude. and we got $8 and some Stouffer's frozen meals. Are you in? I'm like, yeah.
Throw in a gold-plated spork and we're on.
Yep.
That's right.
All right.
Just put my name on that toilet over there, and I'll I'm in. I'm your guy.
Have you thought about doing radio? Because I am an actor. Have you thought about doing radio? Do you do any podcasting?
No, I'd love to do it. You guys want to do something together?
Hell yeah, man! Let's play Call of Duty together. Yeah, I went and saw Jacksepticeye. He was in town last night.
Oh yeah,
with my 12-year-old.
Is he the big COD guy?
Yes. He plays Happy Wheels all the time, and he's like crikey. Well, he doesn't say crikey. He's Irish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's crazy.
I go on YouTube and try and get some tips and tricks, because I was playing Battlefield 1, which I loved.
Yeah.
I love the gaming mechanics for that game. The Call of Duty was hard to because I've been playing Battlefield 1 and switching over, it was difficult. So I'm getting murdered a lot. So, I go on and watch some of those guys play and try and get it. Don't be a dyer. I try not to be a professional dyer.
The weakest link in the squad.
Killed again. There I go. Killed again.
I had the biggest problem switching from PlayStation to Xbox, just trying to figure out the buttons. But you know what? I have an idea, man. We could do like a Call of Duty podcast, like live action watching. We call it Mcclintock.
Nice.
Boom. Yeah.
I'm in.
All right, we'll set up the Twitch stream.
People can just listen to me scream about getting killed all the time.
All right. So I want to ask you one quick question. Of course, we were cyber stalking you earlier.
And we're cyber stalking Mr. Eddie Mcclintock.
Yes, exactly.
Warehouse 13 fame.
Yes.
Those pictures were taken when I was a freshman. It was a dare.
No.
Was it real or was it somebody in a furry costume?
No.
And those feathers were. No birds were harmed in the making of that bouquet.
No. Look, you posted a video with medieval martial arts. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm like I said in the post, I'm a big MMA fan. I grew up wrestling back in Ohio. I wrestled in college. So the switch from wrestling to MMA, as you see, a lot of the guys are former, elite wrestlers. So when I saw these guys just smashing each other's, because there's all the stuff about CTE and in the NFL. and I'm just like, wow. I mean, more power to them. It just, not me, baby, not me.
Okay. No, the reason I asked is because I was in the SCA for 14 years. I did combat like that. So,
oh, you did?
Yeah.
It explains a lot about his personality. He's kind of narcoleptic, too. He'll just nod off in the middle of a show. I'm like, Brian, wake up. Right? Brian, wake up.
Look, I made a poopy.
All right.
We are drinking with Eddie Mcclintock when we go to Cyphacon. When is Cyphacon, Brian?
Cyphacon is April 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're going to be there all weekend long. And so are you, Mr. McClintock.
Yeah.
Any particular plans while you're there, or are you just going to be hanging out with fans?
You know what? I tell you, the beautiful thing about Warehouse 13 in particular, because that's really what introduced me to the cons, it has given me an opportunity to kind of give back to the people who have followed me and who enjoy my work. And it's an opportunity for me to say thank you and to, talk to people and then take their hard-earned cash.
Are we ever going to see Warehouse 13 back again in any form or fashion?
Oh, man, I don't know. No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I wish, but I don't know where. It was on Netflix for a while. But, people still, the fans, it's been like little kids that used to come up to me and be like, oh, I love Pete. I love how he licks everything and he farts all the time. They're in college now.
Yeah.
But they're loyal. The sci-fi fans in particular are so incredibly loyal that, they're passing it down to the kids that weren't old enough to watch it then. And it's really great to see, new people who are like, I just discovered the show. We binged watched all of it. I mean, but unfortunately, I think you have to go buy the box set or whatever. So, which right. I don't get any money from that plug, but that's what I think you have to do if you really want to enjoy the show from beginning to end.
Whether you buy it, bring it to you, and have you sign it at the con, and then you make money.
Bingo.
Boom. McClintock.
All right.
I like the way you think.
Nice. All right. Well, Eddie, we so much appreciate you spending the time with us tonight. We do have to satisfy our sponsors.
And go to a break? Is that are you telling me we got to go to a break?
We do.
All right, well, then wrap it up. Why do you keep talking?
So, I understand. I got to get back to
that gold shotgun.
Yep.
That's right.
All right.
Well, priorities, man.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, hang on for 1 second, Eddie. Thank you so much, though. Guys, when we get back, we're going to close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Come out to the St. Tammany Collectors Con April 28th at the Clarion in Covington. Toys, comic books, artists, games, and more. Meet actor John Anderson from Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Comics artist Derek Donovan, and see the Jeep from Jurassic Park. All-day entertainment for only $3 at the St. Tammany Collectors Con at the Clarion in Covington. Find out more info at sttammanycollectorscon.com. Join us. You'll be glad you did.
Cyphacon, Lake Charles, Louisiana's premier pop culture convention, returns to the Lake Charles Civic Center April 6th through the 8th. Celebrity guests include Eddie Mcclintock from Warehouse 13, Gigi Edgley from Farscape, and so many more. Concerts, gaming, panels, vendors, an artist alley, charity auction, fan party, cosplay contest, and a Friday night pub crawl. For more information, go to cyphacon.org. That's CYPHACON.org. Cyphacon, April 6th through the 8th at the Lake Charles Civic Center.
Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, the Week in Geek radio show celebrates 5 years on the air with a blowout geek music party. Glitch Black, Billsbury Flowboy, and the Consortium of Genius will be bringing the best in nerd rock. Also, we're having a charity raffle for geeks empowering extraordinary kids. That's Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall. Doors open at 7 p.m. Only $5 in advance and $10 at the door for this special event. Get your tickets for the Week in Geek radio show's anniversary celebration at ticketfly.com.
This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now.
Inconceivable!
Follow The Week in Geek on Instagram at The Week in Geek Radio Show.
Ha-ha, you fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders.
Here's David and Brian.
Welcome back. We're in the home stretch, Brian.
Hey, the voice guy brought up a really good point, Dave.
As always, we want to strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, and the Instagram's The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, of course, we're on Spreaker.com. That's where we host the podcast. Or you can download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNR. Bleh.
And your mom's super secret playlist.
Yes.
This week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my gosh!
This week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Wow. All right, man.
All right, first out of the gate is March 26, 2005. Sees the relaunch, and that's a good word, relaunch of Doctor Who with Christopher Eccleston as the 9th Doctor.
Dun, da, da.
Which I really enjoyed him. It was only one season, but
right. And there was all sorts of scandal about it. How everybody's like, "Don't do it because he'll bow out. He's a quitter."
He is a quitter,
and he was a quitter. Turns out the talking heads were right for once.
I know.
Who'd have thunk? The masses with the pitchforks and torches sometimes get one right.
Right. Okay. Next on my list is March 27th, 1982. The Jerry Buckner and Gary Garcia album, Pac-Man Fever, peaks at the number 9 position on the pop singles charts. I still have the vinyl for this, Dave.
You mean that song?
Well, yes, but that... Oh, I didn't realize you had the whole song.
I got the whole song, baby, all the time.
One.
I keep it on a hotkey for occasions like this once a year when it happens to come up.
But yeah, the whole album was good, man. You know, and that was a big deal back then when Pac-Man came out.
What? There was an actual album?
Yeah, no, I have it, dude. I have the vinyl.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
I just thought it was a single.
A single.
A single. Does anybody know? Hello out there.
Right. All right, let's see. On March 28th, 1999. Matt Groening's sci-fi comedy animated series Futurama begins its original run on Fox.
Good news, everyone. I was going to say, great Scott.
Yeah.
I get all my doctors confused.
I know.
This is a doctor-heavy episode all of a sudden.
It is.
Bad news, everyone.
All
Moving
right.
on.
March 30th, 1964.
Was that when Free Love was in effect?
Well, aside from that, it was also the premiere of Jeopardy on NBC.
No.
Yes,
huh?
proving that we're all a whole lot dumber than we thought we were, right?
Wow. Except for Alex Trebek.
Well, actually, it was originally hosted by Art Fleming.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't it go away for a little while and then Alex Trebek took over?
I don't have those
I don't
notes.
know. Dude, I swear to God, Vanna White and Pat Sajak are like, I don't know. They're vampires or they're just, I don't know, clones and just.
I bet they're cloning them.
They must be. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, but
you know what's fun about Wheel of Fortune is I remember it as a kid. You didn't play for money. You played for a showcase.
And everybody always bought the porcelain Dalmatian at the very end because they always had some weird amount of cash left over.
And all the prizes came from service merchandise.
I remember that, too.
Yes.
Does anybody out there remember service merchandise?
My mom used to work for it, so
Look at that.
All right, on March 31st, 1995. You don't have to guess this. Well, maybe try to guess it. Starring Lori Petty, Naomi Watts, Ice-T, and Malcolm McDowell.
Ice-T and Malcolm McDowell?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's a tough one, man.
I mean, it ain't Johnny Mnemonic, is it? No.
It's not, no. But it's got kangaroos in it.
Oh, Tank Girl.
There you go.
Ice-T. Now I remember.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was a fun movie.
It was. It was ahead of its time, probably.
Probably, yes.
Ice-T and makeup.
Right.
We need to make a meme of that somehow.
Yeah. Last on my list, well, it is your favorite holiday, right?
God dang
April
it, Brian.
Fools. But it's not. I'm not.
Oh, that's a national holiday. There's a difference.
Right.
I hate your made-up, fake, nerdy holidays that don't really exist except on the internet.
All right, on April 1st, 2005, Frank Miller's Sin City is released, written, produced, and directed by Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez.
So what is it, Sin City Day?
Yeah, no, that was when the movie came out. It's a good movie. I liked it.
But it's not a holiday.
Well, April Fool's is a holiday.
So you're just saying it didn't really come out then? All right, I'm really confused now. Dave, brain hurt.
Yes, I know.
All right, man, we got to get the hell out of here.
All right, your birthdays?
Sure.
All right, on the 26th, Keira Knightley. Knightley, sorry. On the 27th, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, he did some movie for or a show.
It was on a spaceship, I think.
Yeah, or something
Cowboys.
Like that. Yeah, Cowboys in Space.
On the 28th, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. On the 29th, Lucy Lawless.
Wow, Xena.
On the 31st, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
And on the 1st, Anne McCaffrey.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Dragon Rider.
All right.
All right. May 4th.
Yeah.
Buy your tickets now. Ticketfly.com.
Ticketfly.com, yes,
Where
sir.
are we having it and who's headlining?
Southport Hall, Consortium of Genius, Billsbury Flowboy, and Glitch Black are our bands.
$5 at now.
$5 in advance, 10 at the door.
Damn.
Yes.
So all you cheap people like me, get them online.
Right, and I'm adding stuff as we speak, man. There's more stuff rolling in, and I'm going to be posting it to the event page as I get it. So we got 4 books signed by author Claudia Gray.
Nice,
yes.
man. Boy, the hits just keep coming.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Nice.
There you go. All right, we're going out on a high note, Brian.
Yep.
Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.